broadcast for shooters, hunters, and gun enthusiasts. This is the Firearms Radio Network.
I'm Cunningham, and I'm here at the Steyr booth at NRA 2015, and we're talking about the Steyr Pistols. Now, I'm a big fan of the Steyr semi-auto pistols. I've been carrying the early version of this, the Gen 1 version of this, for more than a decade now as my primary autoloader defensive pistol choice. And they came out a few years ago with this new A1 style and recently did a couple of minor changes to it to make it a little more user-friendly. The thing I like about Steyr is, first of all, of course, ultimate reliability. Now, Steyr is the other Austrian manufacturer of handguns, and you kind of expect really good quality, really good reliability from an Austrian manufacturer. Of course, you get that with Steyr. Very old gun maker, very experienced gun maker, and they know how to make a gun that runs really well. The thing I like about it, there are kind of several things actually I like about it. First of all, I like the fact that it actually fits my hand. Now, I've got little tiny hands for a full-grown adult, and there are people who will argue whether I'm a full-grown adult or not, but that's beside the point. I've got relatively small hands, and this is one of the few polymer striker-fired guns that I can actually get my hands around. It actually aligns with the bones of my forearm properly, and I can still actually reach the trigger and manipulate it and make it work. The other thing I like about it is that all of the other controls, like the magazine release and the slide lock, all of those things I can operate without shifting my grip a whole lot, which again is kind of a problem with most striker-fired guns with my little hands. It seems to fit a lot of hands really, really well. The other thing that a lot of people find when they pick one of these up and start shooting it is the fact that it's got a really low bore axis. Now, we talk a lot about bore axis lately and how it enhances your ability to deliver fast follow-up shots because of the reduced recoil. Well, the Steyr S9 is one of the lowest bore axis guns, striker-fired guns on the market. It's really wonderful. It sits very low in the hand, very light recoil impulse, very easy to control and rapid fire. A lot of people notice the unique Steyr trapezoidal sights. This is what originally drew me to this gun, are the trapezoidal sights that just seemingly align themselves. Now, we were talking a little earlier about what is now we're starting to accept in the world of defensive firearms is that when we talk to medical people and people in anatomy and physiology and behavioral psychology, all of those things, and we discover that it's a little unusual to expect people to be able to focus on their sights at a threat. Now, that's not absolute, of course. A lot of people do. But the majority of the time, people don't focus on their sights, they focus on the threat. And if you're doing that with the Steyr, with this big honking triangular front sight, even if you're focused on the threat, you can still drive out, and if you need the sights, you can still see it against the threat, even if it's out of focus. You can still use them. So very easy to see. A lot of people, of course, are putting, getting other striker-fired guns and putting bigger sights on them and all this sort of thing so that they can see the sights. With the Steyr, you don't need to do that. It's built into the gun from the factory that way and always has been. So I think it's probably one of the least talked about modern striker-fired pistols on the market. I think it's one of the best, and like I said, I've been carrying one now for better than 10 years. So the Steyr A1 series, this is the S9, the smallest one, and they do make bigger versions as well. But the other Austrian gun manufacturer.
This has been a production of the Firearms Radio Network. You can find more information at firearmsradio.tv.